hours.
And what I'm doing now, I was doing 20 years ago, and I have not been. I didn't break. So what? You don't understand how I do what I do. This is what I've been called to. And under no circumstance will I surrender. Under no circumstance will I quit.
Somebody who succeeds, you want to be somebody who builds something, you want to be somebody who people write books about one day.
Hear what I'm saying? Don't feed into it. Don't believe the hype. Somebody told you that hard work don't pay off, and you let a little pain stop you from your dream. Girl, you was there. You was running your business. You was there. Listen to me. If you work for it, if you willing to put in that sweat, that blood, and those tears, baby, I'm telling you, you can have what you want, be what you want, do what you want. Are you hearing me?
Well, at that point, what I do is I did what I preached on all of those in the work. All my weekends and holidays in high school, because I knew I had to pay that price, because I wasn't going to do I'm going to go to school, meet some quick kids at Stanford and Brown, Ivy League school, make some relationships, and that's going to be my spring break. I was going to start with no relationships, in the gutter, and I was going to have to prove it. And I would have to show up and meet everybody like I did in my 30s, but in my teens and 20s, I was going to have to work. And so what I did was, to the extreme of anybody I've met that had options, I punted every leisure activity in my life. Nothing. No weekends. No vacations. Zero. Nothing. Nothing. It's my truth. I didn't take a single vacation then. Never. Zero. Zero. All my high school friends, gone. Because I wasn't around. All my college friends, gone. Girlfriends, nothing. All.
Kobe Bryant doesn't sit there and talk about how many MVPs he's won or how many championships he's won. No, he's up at 3 o'clock in the morning practicing every day. He's not great because he's great. He's great because he puts the work in on a daily basis and he wins every game.
And if you want it, you gotta go get it. You gotta play hard for it. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? It's not for the weak and the uncommitted. The reason why you saying no to stuff, the reason why you pushing the snooze button, the reason why you still going to work stripping, the reason why you ain't grow up is because you still on 70%. You still on 60%. You wanna know why the world passing you off? Because whatever you do for a living, you barely doing it. You coming and you don't wanna be there. You're not bringing the fire. You gotta do it quick. You gotta do it fast. You gotta do it in a hurry. Why? Because there's somebody else who's on the same track you on. Somebody else who, listen to me, you're on the same path that you on. Listen to me, it's somebody else just like you trying to do it. And sometimes they're working just as hard as you're working.
Quit using the word luck, quit believing in luck, and start believing in work. Start believing in fortune. Start believing in results that come from your actions. And when you do that, and you wholeheartedly believe it, guess what? That's what starts to happen.
Maybe not every time, but in the end, hard work always wins. Talent doesn't guarantee you anything in this world. It could have guaranteed anything in this world. The world is riddled with smart people who have never achieved anything of significance. This world is full of talented individuals that never made it. The world is full of expensive, educated kids that are open born or high school dropouts.
Talent won't get you anywhere if you don't work for it. Talent won't get you anywhere if you have no heart. Talent is nothing if you have no guts. The one who is hungrier to reach the top will always get there before the talented got. Maybe not immediately, but in the end, hungry always wins. In the end, hard work always wins. In the end, heart wins. Courage wins. In the end, the one who is more dedicated to reach the top will win. How can you beat the guy who will do whatever it takes? You can't. Hard work always beats talent when talent thinks he is too good to work hard. Talent can be a blessing, but it can also be a curse. It can make you think you don't need to work as hard as the other guy. And that is a mistake, my friend. Because the other guy is hungry. He is hunting your ass down, ready for fight. Fight for everything. Fight for his family. Fight for his legacy. Fight for everything.
Most people give up in life because they come up with all sorts of excuses why they can't make it. They didn't get the right education. They aren't as talented as the other guy. They don't have the money. Listen, excuses are for the weak. It wouldn't take you long to find a massive success story who came from little education, no talent, but a relentless desire to succeed. This world is full of stories of greatness from nothing.
It is never too late for you to start your own story. Every setback, every failure has formed part of your story. Don't let anything stop you from writing the rest of it. You are hungry. You will make it. Don't back down. Win at all costs.
Derek Jeter said, there may be people who have more talent than you, but there's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you do. At the end of the day, whether you believe in talent or not, it's everyone should believe in hard work. Everything in your life is literally a result of that. You're born an infant, a lump of flesh that can't even hold its own head up. And yet somehow, by practicing, by learning, by growing, you're able to get better. You're literally incapable of anything when you're born. Every skill that you have in your life, all the things that you take for granted, at one point you couldn't do them. So understanding that humans truly are an adaptation machine and that they are capable of acquiring any skill that they want, but it requires hard work. It requires that you do the reps. It requires that you put in the effort. And at the end of the day, the people that you're going to surpass are not going to be the people that have less talent than you. People that even have more talent than you. It's going to be the people that you're willing to outwork. But until you're willing to outwork them, you're always going to be stuck. And as John Irving said, to do anything really well, you have to overextend yourself. And that's the key. If you want to put in an extraordinary performance, if you want to absolutely dazzle people, then you have to do something amazing. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to do things that other people think are going to break you. That other people simply believe there's no way that you could be able to pull that off. That the human animal just is not capable of the lengths to which you are professing to go. And when you profess it, you have to be willing to back it up. And you have to put yourself on that march knowing in no uncertain terms, under no circumstances, and for no reason whatsoever would you ever be willing to back down. When you go in with that level of certainty, then and only then are you actually going to be able to pull this off. As Billie Jean King said, champions keep playing until they get it right. Fatigue will literally chip away at your will to win. It is the thing inside of your mind, that weak voice that tells you that you're not going to be able to make it. The weak voice that begs you to stop, and the weak voice that promises safety and security if you would just quit. And here's the worst part about that, is right. If you quit right now, stop. Just sit down, relax. You're not at risk anymore. You're not at risk of embarrassment. You're not at risk of failure. But you're also not at risk of greatness. And if you really want to achieve something, you've got to find ways to put yourself at risk of something great happening. You've got to put yourself at risk of overextending yourself. You've got to be willing to face that you may die, that you may actually fall. And here's the thing, for the people that dismiss that say they would never put themselves in that situation, then you have limits. And make no mistake, those limits are self-placed. And for the people that are willing to push that, for people that are willing to go beyond that, for people who understand there are things in this world that they're prepared to die for, and it is the thing that they put at the center of their life. It is the thing that they are living for, but they're not going to stop, and they understand that where the human mind thinks it will break is far short of where it will actually break. before you can find that point, you've got to be willing to push yourself. You've got to be willing to go harder and farther than anybody thinks is reasonable or sensible. That's the path. So the question is, can you be thought a fool? The question is, do you believe in something so much that you would put yourself at risk like that? The question is, can you face down everyone, including the weak voice inside of your own mind, to make the world come true that you want to see come true? Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to do it for you. So if you're a champion, keep going until it's done. Dwell on is who we become. And think about that for a second. Think about today. Just audit your thoughts. What did you spend your time thinking on? Did you obsessively think about the way that things could go right? Or did you obsessively think about the things that could go wrong? All the myriad ways that you need to protect yourself. And that's how it feels. In the moment, you think, I'm just planning for the worst case scenario. I'm thinking through all the ways that something could go wrong so that I can be prepared for it. Not understanding that what you're doing is focusing on all the ways that it could go wrong. They're imagined futures. They are not real. And in that, like a race car driver goes where the eyes go, you will go where your thoughts go. You will become your thoughts. So instead of boxing yourself in and thinking only about all the different ways that something could be bad, could break, could fall to pieces, think about all the things that you could do if you take the action, all the myriad ways that things could come to your aid and work out for the better. Obsessively think on that and let failure be a total surprise. In that, you will take the actions that you need to be successful. But first, you gotta train yourself to obsess over all the ways your life could go right. From there, you'll act.
You gotta put your whole self in. Right? You gotta cut off the cell phone. You gotta no TV. There were those of you who were watching the game last night who really didn't have no business watching these boys win a national title, going to the NBA, making millions. You didn't have no business watching them if you're not where you need to be. Right? Some of y'all don't have no business watching the basketball game because you're not where you need to be. If you put your whole self in and got a 1.5, I'm loving you. 2-3 years from now, that 1.5 is going to turn into a 2.5. You're going to be all right. I know from personal experience. So we got 3 weeks. I need all televisions off. I need cell phones off. Listen to me. Some of you are going to be broke for the rest of your life because of that little thing on one side. You're going to be broke for the rest of your life because of the little cell phone. And so you got 3 weeks. I need you to study like you never studied before. I need you up all night long. Study. You hear me say this all the time. But some of you, this is it. You heard me say it before. You play games from here because you got hero. But you know where you're from in Detroit. You know where you're from in Clinton. You know where you're from in Saginaw. And you know your parents are broke. You know some of you got about 7-8 folks living in one house. And there ain't no real room for you when you go back. This is your opportunity to blow up. But we know the reality for some of us where we live. And our parents don't have no money. They taking out loans, working 2 or 3 jobs for you while you up here playing. Listen to me, I need you to put your whole self in for the next 3 weeks. You got it. And even you say, Eric, look, man, you don't understand. If I put everything in, I'm still gonna get a 1.0. I'm telling you to do it anyway. Because, you know, I told you walk English 3 times, like real basic one. So listen, I need to give 120% in the last 2 weeks. Right? Don't go home. Wherever you're from, don't go home. You go home.
So you don't take life seriously. Because not just exactly what you're doing. So you like to live life without you. Right now, a year passes for me. That's how it works. Years will blow by. 4 years from now will seem like nothing, dude. People don't work, dude. It's so crazy how little people work. People go to work for 8 hours. It's like 2 hours. What are they doing? I've watched people work. What is he doing? Why is he here? Don't just sit here. Go run, play. Don't sit here in this weird gray zone between working and not working. What are you doing? So because of that, work ethic is built, right? So it's like endurance race. So the thing is, like, you build that up. That's why, like, I love these guys that are like, the economy is getting bad, man. Oh shit, I'm like, no, you're a pussy. You want to keep being a pussy, and then have easy money. People just don't work. They have no work ethic. I never meet anybody who work ethic. Like, rarely. When I do, I'm like, yo, high five, dude. And then we're like instantly friends. Because almost nobody has a work ethic. It's so crazy. I'm not having as much fun working as I do around. You guys see that? There's no difference to me. I don't care if I'm working, if I'm having fun. Recreation is overrated. People think you should be having a recreation to have fun. No. I can't have fun working? Why not? Is your attitude towards it? Now sometimes working and stuff, I get that. It can be soul sucking. But in general, it's mental strength. You choose to have fun. Because you have no mental muscle that chooses to have fun at that point. It's like, what could be possible after 10 years? I start thinking like that. Like, what could I look like in 10 years? What could I look like in 20 years? What could I look like in 30 years? If you're 20, you should be thinking, what could you look like in 30 years?
I'm not afraid to fail. I'm not afraid to fall over and make a mistake. That oftentimes cripples people on the onset of getting into anything. The first time I ever picked up a DJ decks, it was horrible now, but I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of that feeling. It actually propels me, works quite the opposite. I can do 18 minutes, 22 hours a day. We're a veteran